Okay, so I was at the gym the other day, and a guy says, "Tienes una hostia en la cara." I thought that would make a great next video. Hostia is a word that has a lot of uses. In this case, he's saying like a mark from being hit. I'm doing martial arts, so people are getting hit. People get a little bit bruised or bloody. Tienes una hostia en la cara. So today we're going to talk about the various uses of hostia, because it's a word that has a lot of different expressions that contain it. So let's go. First off, hostia with H at the beginning. The H in Spanish is silent. A lot of people probably don't know, and if they're writing hostia, they might just write it without the H, but hostia with H is what we're talking about. This refers to the host, the communion wafer. When we're at a Catholic Mass and they give you a little, communion wafer, that is called in English the host. It could be in Spanish la Eucaristía is the official word, but it's also la hostia. So la hostia is officially that, the communion wafer. I have no idea how they came up with all these other expressions related to the communion wafer, but that's where we're at. So that's the rest of what we have to talk about today. Dar una hostia is to hit someone. Te voy a dar una hostia. Te voy a meter dos hostias. Things like that. Te voy a meter dos hostias. I'm gonna kick your ass, basically is what it means. Literally, it's I'm going to hit you twice. But te voy a meter dos hostias. Te voy a dar una hostia. These are just different ways of, saying you're going to hit somebody. That's what my friend at the gym was saying. Tienes una hostia en la cara. He's using it to mean like the mark left after you get hit, which is maybe not super common, but that's the way he's using it. He's a native Spanish speaker, so I'm not going to argue. Dar una hostia, meter una hostia is to hit someone. So synonyms here, golpe or bofetada. Golpe or bofetada. Bofetada, I have no idea where that comes from, but dar una bofetada is also to hit someone. Hostia is also used as an expression of surprise. It's an interjection if you're a grammar person. Hostia. So imagine we've got a Spanish couple, Paco and Maria. Maria says, "Paco, estoy embarazada." And Paco says, "Hostia." He's just like, wow, oh my God, something like that. The less classy and stupider sounding version of this is hostia puta. There's a lot we could say about the word puta in Spanish. I'm probably not the best person to explain it, but that's just another way of saying it's kind of more emphatic. Hostia puta. It's like OMG. The first Spanish girl I ever dated, her name was Maria also, obviously. She used to say ostras. Ostras are oysters, literally oysters. And she would say this instead of saying hostia, because she was sort of, conservative and formal. And, she thought that invoking the name of the communion wafer was maybe blasphemous to just do in conversation. So a euphemism for hostia is ostras. The official dictionary, the RAE, the Real Academia Española, this is like the top dictionary that, we all go to for any doubts about the Spanish language. This calls all these uses of hostia malsonante. Malsonante is, not, it sounds bad. It's not classy. It doesn't sound like you're a highly educated person. If you're saying ostras, then yeah, you're probably a classier person. Having said that, in Spain, people are pretty liberal about profanity, and, all kinds of people use these sorts of expressions in all kinds of situations. I think I have a video about Spanish profanity. If not, I have a podcast and an article about it. I'll put a link down below to whatever I do have about this. But I believe I talk about hostia in there, and also some other exclamations, and, generally obscene and dirty stuff. Okay, so that is hostia as an exclamation. We also have estar de mala hostia. Hoy estoy de muy mala hostia. Today I'm in a really bad mood. Hoy estoy de muy mala hostia. You could also say de mala leche. They use leche a lot also in Spanish. I don't know why. Hoy estoy de muy mala hostia. I'm in a very bad mood. We have the expression a toda hostia, which means full speed. The example I have here, cuando Paco vio al poli se fue corriendo a toda hostia. This is the same Paco who got his girlfriend pregnant. Cuando Paco vio al poli se fue corriendo a toda hostia. This is when Paco saw the police officer, he went running at top speed, basically. El poli is going to be a police officer, just a shortened form. I'm trying to think of authentic sounding examples here because, I tend to think like a grammar nerd and speak like a grammar nerd. If you're the kind of person who's running from the police, you would formulate your sentences differently. So, cuando Paco vio al poli se fue corriendo a toda hostia is, not something I would say particularly, but it is, in the common parlance, a common way of speaking. El poli is going to be a police officer. La policía is the institution, the police generally. El policía is going to be a male police officer. I suppose if you had a female police officer, you would say la policía. But yes, generally when I was learning this way back in the day, la policía for the institution, un policía or una policía to talk about specific people who are police officers. Finally today we have esta canción es la hostia. Esta canción es la hostia. This means it is exceptionally good. It is extraordinary. Es la hostia. You can say this for people also, I suppose, if you were talking about a football player. Who's this guy? Lamine Yamal es la hostia. Lamine Yamal, I think that's his correct name. Kid from Barca who just turned 18. He is a big star, at age 18. Es la hostia. If I say esta canción es la hostia, this song is amazing. It's great. Wow. Esta canción es la hostia. So there's a lot you can say about la hostia in Spanish. We have hostia as an exclamation. We have la hostia as meaning exceptional. We have dar una hostia for hit someone. We have estar de mala hostia, which is to be in a bad mood. We have a toda hostia, which is full speed. Lots of different things. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. This is the sort of lesson you're not going to get from a lot of people, but I enjoy this kind of thing, even though I'm sort of just a grammar nerd who doesn't, use these expressions much. I do enjoy the richness of the language. So, hope you have a great day. You can donate to the channel, expatmadrid.com/donate. You can also go and support one of our sponsors. We have Walks Tours and Devour Tours. If you sign up using the links below, I will get a commission, which helps out the podcast and the channel as well. Walks Tours has experiences all over Europe. I went and did the Prado Museum tour with them a couple of years ago. It was great. Devour has food tours also all over Europe, several cities in Spain as well as other places in Europe. They do market tours, food tours. We'll take you around to get tapas in various places. Highly recommended. Anyway, the links down below support the channel. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave me your questions if there's something you would like to see on a future video. And thank you very much. Talk soon. Bye.